Welcome to Preferable.ai's product demo. In this demo, we will be seeing all the features, so this video will be slightly long. So, Preferable.ai has product offerings for employers as well as job seekers. For employers, what we provide is a talent sourcing, talent screening suite, which involves our main hero offering AI interview, headhunting, ATS, AI MCQ assessments, AI coding assessments, AI resume screening, job board sourcing, wherein we integrate with different premium job sites, and also we help you write your job descriptions with AI JD writing. For job seekers, we provide four features as of now: AI resume writer, AI courses, AI mockups, both assessments and interview, as well as global learning. If you would like to understand what are the best programs for you to pursue your higher education, you can seek global learning as an offering. So let me start with posting a job. So this is our existing footprint. How many assessments, applications, interviews we have conducted so far. This is live number, keeps updated real time. These are the partners who are currently using Preferable.ai for their talent sourcing and talent screening needs. Let us start with a free job post. Now over here you can clearly see that the job description that you're going to write is the only important input that you as a recruiter will be providing to the AI. And let's say you do not have a job description, you can use write with AI feature, and the job description will be written by AI for you. Now, what you need to understand is that you need to clearly outline the mandatory and the preferred requirements for this particular job in the job description. Those two parameters is what will be taken by the AI in all the future process that we'll be doing, like resume screening, conducting an interview, conducting an MCQ assessment for this particular role. So we also provide a magic hire feature wherein you need not move the candidate across the pipeline, like from an applied state to a phone screen state to a resume screened or an interview stage or an assessment stage. The AI will decide automatically and move the candidate across the pipeline, right? So but since you will be consuming your credits in interviews and assessments, uh, this is a cautious decision that you as a recruiter needs to take. So yeah, that's about. So we have our AI job description prepared by the AI. All you need to do is ensure that the mandatory requirements and the preferred requirements are in line with what you are seeking for. If there's any changes you need to do, this is the time that you have to make those changes. So once you have created your job, just click on create job, and if you have any screening questions, you can add those screening questions over here. You can choose three types of screening questions: text, numeric, or MCQ. Yes or no type question. So in a yes or type question, it will ask you whether what is the ideal response based on what you want to filter the candidates. In a numeric, it will ask you the ideal response, what min or max value it should be. In case if the ideal response has to be a single value, give the same value for min and max inputs. For text, there will be no filtration at the workflow level. You would have to manually gauge the answers. So in case if you do not have any, you can also create a job without any screening questions. It will now take you to your ATS, where you will be able to manage for this particular job. Now in the ATS, you will be able to see all your job by clicking on the applications tab, and It will basically show all candidates sorted based on their resume ranks, their interviews ranks, and their coding test ranks, right? So since this is a demo account, with only my application, you can see my application over here. If you want to bulk upload CVs, you can use this feature over here. Just click on here and select all your CVs that you want to upload, multiple CVs, and you can basically see all of them resume screened by the AI over here. The AI not only gives you a number for a resume, but it will also give you a justification that why this particular score is so. You can see over here it is clearly understanding, however, he lacks the mandatory requirement of at least 1 year of sales experience, specifically in technology or AI solutions. And that is the reason why it is giving me a low score, right? So this particular resume is not updated. So I have been working for Preferable.ai more than a year now. If I would have included that, my resume score would have been much higher. So that's that. If you want to see the source, you can clearly see here it is self-upload. I have uploaded it and it is flown over here. You can click on view resume and you can also see the resume of the candidate. Right here you can clearly see it's not updated with my Preferable.ai credentials. It's a older CV of mine which I have uploaded. So from here you can manage whether you want to send an older interview that is already sent to you, want to discard it, whatever you want to do. You can control with just one clicks. If you want to send another test, with just one click, an AI MCQ based test is generated for this particular candidate, and the candidate will be notified via an email for this particular test as well. We can also generate an AI interview with just one click, and the candidate will be notified about this particular interview via email. So just to show as an candidate, how would that interview be shown? I'll be receiving that email in a few minutes. Here it is, application update. This is the email that the candidate gets with an link to conduct the interview and the test code. This particularly you can see in a different detailed video on our YouTube channel to how to conduct the interview. So let me get back to our product demo. So let's say you want to do LinkedIn headhunting for this particular role. You don't want to wait for applications from job portals to come in. You can just use LinkedIn search. And yeah, this is how you will be able to scout for all of this talent on LinkedIn. So currently you have three ways to filter candidates: the title of that candidate, the company size that the current candidate is working for, and the current location of that particular candidate. Right. So the moment you click on next 100 candidates, you will be seeing the list of 100 candidates who are matching these parameters. For those particular candidates, you can discover the emails by just one click over here on the email card. If you want to invite them for this job, with just one click on the email invite button, you will be able to send an automated email to these candidates instantaneously. If you would like to see their LinkedIn profiles, you can also access them through this particular link. And as you can clearly see, I am not logged into this account, and I'm still able to operate this particular portal, since Preferable.ai is fetching all the data on your behalf, right? So that's how the headhunting feature works. Currently, it is not automated with AI, but soon it will also be automated. So these are our main offerings for uh, for AI. Let me quickly show you. Now this is a backend engineering role which has more than 150 odd applicants, and these candidates will send autonomous interviews and reminders, and this is their scores, this is their CV scores, this is the MCQ scores that they have conducted, and also the coding test rounds that they have completed. Now if you want to see this particular interview score, you can just click over here and you will be able to access the entire interview report, which has 6 key actionable inputs, which is: one is a verdict, a binary yes or no, whether this candidate is pass or fail in this interview, a score, a quantitative number for this interview, followed with a qualitative feedback about this particular candidate on this interview, then the earliest joining date, expected salary, and work authorization of the candidate, interview parameters based, like what the interview was trying to gauge, what inputs were given to the AI, candidate contact information in case if you want to reach out to the candidate directly from the report. The entire transcript of this conversation is also visible for your disposal. You can understand the reasoning, the nuances of this interview in depth if needed. The entire transcript at your glance instantaneously. Now you can also get the PDF version of this by just clicking over here. The PDF will be downloaded. Now similarly, you also get coding assessment, wherein the candidate is actually given a coding problem statement based on the skills of that particular JD. You have three main output parameters: score, how many questions attempted, and accuracy of the candidate. You can also see the problem statement that was shown to the candidate, the inputs, the expected outputs, what were the actual outputs, what was the verdict for the test cases, the 3 test cases that were given. Every test case on pass entitles 10 points to the candidate. So you can see, since 2 cases passed, the candidate was secured 20 out of 30. This is the code submitted by the candidate. So similarly, you will also be able to see the MCQ score report, wherein you will be able to see the same score, accuracy, and number of questions attempted as 3 actionable inputs, assessment parameters, and the entire transcript, like what was the question, what was the response, what was the answer, finally is it right or wrong for that particular question. So the ATS is a very powerful tool that Preferable.ai will be providing you with. You can post your job, and the entire hiring pipeline will be managed by your AI assistant. This is the tab, how it will look like. This is your subscription account. From here, you can generate an API key and also integrate this entire product offering into your existing ATS workflows. So our API documentation is accessible for you on our user manual page, wherein you can go through our entire product offerings as well as API integration documentation and many other things. We have some very exciting integrations coming in with some of the leading ATSs, and that will also be reflecting over here soon. So this is how you can send a test to any candidate. You can visualize what are different test parameters available for you. You can track the responses for this particular test. So that's about the entire product offering. We provide some of the least pricing that you would ever come across for an AI interview. with every interview starting at just $1, every assessment starting at just $1. If you opt for any particular plans, your interview and assessment pricing is subsidized almost $0.50 each. So in our enterprise plan, which is the highest paid plan, you get 100 assessments and 100 interviews for a month. The AI interviews and assessments are built only after the candidate has actually consumed it, not until then. Apart from that, the AI resume ranking starts from a solo plan itself, and you have zero limitations on the number of jobs, number of users that your account can actually allow. And hence, for the solo plan itself, if you take for $49 a month, you will be able to resume rank unlimited number of CVs for unlimited number of jobs. So that is the powerful pricing plans that we are able to provide. Further, if you opt for annual plans, you get a further 20% discount as well. You can also use a la carte versions if you want, like you do not want to buy any subscription plan, but just single assessment or a single interview. That is also something that we provide. So you can just buy an interview and get started with your execution. No need to even buy a subscription plan at all. So this is a hybrid as a pay per month model as well as pay as you use model. So whichever suits the best for you, you can go ahead with the same. Thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Don't forget to watch our other videos.